The other day, I was just talking about industry and industrial ships, how its progress and the progress of industrialization could affect the game. Right before this, there came another new vehicle to the industrial group of ships, this time into the MISC family, the all-new MISC Fortune. The ship was also teased during CitizenCon, and it became clear rather fast that we're dealing with a salvage-focused MISC ship. In its looks similar to the Prospector, while also performing the same role as the Vulture, standing alone as a single-person workhorse. First of all, is this ship competitive? Because we already have the Vulture. MISC Fortune does only have a single tool in the front, while the Vulture has two. Thus, the Fortune shouldn't be as efficient at collecting salvage as the well-known Drake ship. But it does have few unique additions, like creating boxes and attaching them to the external cargo grid automatically. While with the old Vulture, there is some manual input required in producing and positioning these containers. In the MISC Fortune, you just need to hit the automatic button and all of these crates or boxes are produced and attached automatically to the external storage. This process can work simultaneously for both sides of this ship. Only real limitation being that there is 6 units of cargo storage on both sides. It has been built in a rather similar way to the MISC Prospector. However, it comes with a bit more interior, having a little lift at the back of it, which can serve as a storage for other items and components which you might want to bring along. Their example was doing even more salvaging, picking up weapons of destroyed ships. But it is also a place for cargo items or just container boxes, which we can often find in the verse, or any other type of item. The ship has a corridor running from front to back, which has accommodations and a small weapon rack. It has no internal cargo grid, so there is no dedicated cargo area inside of this ship. The MISC Fortune and the Prospector both will have the new dashboard. Being very similar ships, it is good to hear that the Prospector is not left out. And as expected, the Fortune will also be able to break and disintegrate ships for maximum efficiency, so it is not left out from that part as well. I believe the external storage can be very useful, as the containers are produced and can be actively taken from the side of the ship. Because these containers are automatically made and automatically attached to the ship, it might just be a great idea to hit the auto button, jump out and start removing them each time they get attached to the grid. In general, it is comfortable use of a cargo grid and production of containers externally, allowing us to move these crates to a bigger vehicle or just produce them and store them actively at any port or station. I am expecting this will give some extra flavor to the industrial players and perhaps even be a new favorite for many, especially those of us who play alone. It is clear that MISC needed a ship like this, because it is an industrial ship producer, and not having a salvage ship, that is a big sign of you not being very industrial. Now it is providing, or at least trying to provide, some competition to the Drake Vulture in the form of single-person operated salvage. Overall, I still believe that the Vulture will be faster at performing this role. However, loading process is manual, so it could end up taking roughly the same amount of time, or possibly Vulture being slightly faster. I would presume they end up being relatively equal, at least in the performance of salvaging and producing crates on a single person level. It is still up to player preference of salvage type and salvage ship. I have enjoyed the Vulture, but scraping even with that ship, having 2 salvage tools, that takes time. So I'm not sure this single tool salvage ship is the one for me. It is definitely good that we now have a bit more variety when it comes to single person salvage or the lower scale of ship salvage. What we are lacking now are the large scale salvage ship, something which will require 2-3 players to operate. But meanwhile, let's hope the MISC Fortune brings fortune to those who use it. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe and thanks for watching.